Hey, I just wanted to update you a little bit on some solar stuff. I needed a 4-day weekend, partly to repair and grow a new foot and ankle, and partly just to relax and enjoy myself and do some other things besides work. Because as much as I love all this and it's my passion, it is also work. All right, so as you remember last week, it was kind of a geomagnetic shite show and just kept sneaking in with these weird magnetic filament eruptions and just all of these unpredicted geomagnetic storms ranging from G1 to G2. But where it is right now, at a KP4-ish right now, just because it's green down below does not mean that this does not have any effects on you. KP4 or above is the level at which you start to feel any of the potential side effects: nausea, headaches, uh, dizziness, tiredness, being crabby, feeling a little bit, I don't know, drunky drunk, like you can't quite think clearly. So just be aware that that's just kind of a continual thing that's happening right now. We've had some pretty substantial size M flares over the weekend, along with the usual constant popping off of flares. I want to remind everybody, and I'll do a separate TikTok about protons and ionization and why all of this is making you not feel great. But, you know, just because it doesn't seem like we're having exciting X flares or there's not a lot going on, there's still a lot coming off the sun. And part of that activity is causing what they wouldn't actually consider a solar radiation storm by their NASA standards. But I know for me personally, when we are even close to the border or above what their storm rating is, I start to feel it. I just don't feel good. I don't know why I'm tired. And to be honest, I didn't even know that it was this elevated the last couple days. But it's probably a combination of all of those flares because we've been having, M5, M3.5, lots of larger, prolific, productive solar flares. So you can see down below me there, that is a composite or a compilation of all of the activity since the 31st. So there's a lot of plasma coming off the sun. And I don't believe this shows the halo CME that just happened yesterday, which I'll show you in a moment. But, oh, there it is. I think that's the halo. Anyway, it's a lot of activity. So this is Sophie, my blind Shih Tzu, who is also a completely different form in the astral realm and is highly tuned to the Schumann. She lets me know every time we're going to get one of those spikes or jumps without fail. And sometimes it drives me flippin' nuts, but I actually have an artist working on a vision of kind of what that looks like for her and I as we navigate this interesting symbiotic relationship we have. So while you can see the Schumann activity has calmed down since August 30th, when it has the first up there that's showing 3 days of activity. So this would have started on the 30th, but we're still having those timeline jumps and we're spending a lot of time in the P zone. I'll put some arrows up there so you know which zone I'm talking about, but that is the P zone and also the cranky zone, the conflict zone, the just don't go there zone, the let's not F around and find out zone. So if this whole editing thing works out, there should be a GIF of that Halo CME. It produced a lot of radio blackout or ionospheric blast that hits the top of Earth's atmosphere, ionizes all the particles, and we feel that. It can also cause various tech issues, but it's really the protons and their ionization that is part of what makes us feel not so great when we're getting those. And so when we're having flares going off every hour, that's happening every hour. And there are benefits to all the solar stuff, but there are physical, mental, and emotional effects that you experience because of it as well. And I have more of a breakdown of why that is and maybe some things that you can do to abate those symptoms in addition to what we already do. So anyway, there's your update on everything solar since last week. I just don't do this well when we're in that heavy duty geomagnetic stuff and the solar radiation storm. My friend Mo, especially, I'm so sorry that I didn't bother to look over the weekend because I'm sure that was affecting both of us quite a bit. So, at any rate, I hope you enjoy the rest of your short week and you're not feeling like you're running around having to make up for the day that you had off. That's how I always felt when I had a regular 9 to 5. But, and be watching for the proton explanation and then also the grid work update. By the way, if you're part of that project, get your dragons to work on those smoke plumes because we had them almost 80% cleared and they're back again.